As the sun rose above Viera High's Hawk Stadium on a recent Saturday, Tom Freeberg knew it was going to be a special day. It would be a day filled with mixed emotions as family and friends gathered at the grand finale Miles for Miles 5K, an annual event in honor of his youngest son Miles, who died in the prime of his life following injuries sustained in a car accident back in 2010. Organized by the Myles Freeberg Foundation, the 5K event became a local tradition, raising funds to provide scholarships and internships to Brevard High School students.
It's a time that family and friends can get together and kind of think about them. We've got all our family here. A lot of our friends, his friends are here, and a lot of people that we've met along the way. So it's a really nice gathering, it's a beautiful day, and it's a great event.
It's been almost 5 years since that tragic summer day when Miles was fatally injured. Had he survived, this would have been the year he graduated college. It was a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Miles was not at fault in the accident. En route to having his senior photo taken, Miles was at the intersection of US 1 and Post Road in his Pontiac Firebird when a distracted driver in a Jeep Wrangler accidentally ran a red light and crashed into him. Miles had just finished his junior year with honors at Viera High, well on his way to becoming valedictorian and beginning college life at the University of Florida.
This year he would have been a senior, and we figured what fitting thing as kind of a graduation of the actual 5K as well.
The Freebergs are an inspiration to many people in the Viera community by turning their personal tragedy into a way of helping others through the Myles Freeberg Foundation.
One of the things after Miles' accident, the community was pretty quick to wrap themselves around us and give us all the support, and this is one way we can give it back.
The foundation has been organizing the Miles for Miles 5K events since 2011 after Cocoa Beach Junior-Senior High sophomore Hastings Kofkin organized a 5K run walk as a school project. It was this 5K initiative that made Tom and his wife Kathy think about forming the nonprofit Myles Freeberg Foundation. To this day, Tom credits Hastings for inspiring them to create the foundation and the 5 years of 5K events. No one dreamed it would become so successful over the years. With less than a week prior to the first event held in 2011, they only had 100 people registered. As it turned out, the group had its largest 5K ever that first year with almost 500 participants. 400 more registered in the final week leading up to the 5K. Tom and Kathy fondly remember that first race as one of the best experiences in their lives. Fast forward 5 years later, and the foundation has made quite an impact on the community and individual students. Including totals from the recent grand finale event, the foundation raised over $70,000 in scholarships and provided 15 internships benefiting Brevard High School students.
Sad to lose someone that young of age, but there's a lot of people have benefited since then through this run program.
It's always so pleasant anytime we see a student who got a scholarship. It makes us feel good.
My son was one of the recipients, one of the first recipients for it, and he actually ended up going to Rollins on an academic and on a athletic scholarship, and a little help from Myles Freeberg's Foundation. So
Veronica Walker has been a volunteer at every Miles for Miles 5K event since the beginning, and her son Sebastian was a good friend of Miles. Every year, Tom and Kathy Freeberg make it a point to come out to see Sebastian play soccer in college.
Yeah, so his mom was actually my first coach ever in soccer when I was like 6 years old. So since then, we've always been friends. And he played on the Viera team with me. He played on a number of Space Coast teams with me, Space Coast United. So yeah, he's a really good kid, 4.0, valedictorian.
By all accounts, Miles was a smart, quiet person with a dry sense of humor who enjoyed playing cards and video games. He was also an athlete, playing soccer ever since he was little. Miles was an easygoing kid who genuinely liked people and wasn't the type to hold grudges. Most of all, he loved being with his friends. While it's true that there won't be any more Miles for Miles 5K events, Myles Freeberg's memory still lives on at Viera High School with a wall which stands just outside the cafeteria door. Friends of the Freebergs designed and erected that wall the year following the accident.
He really wanted what he was all about, sharing his friends, having a place where everybody could gather.
In deciding a design for the memorial, the concept of the wall just seemed to work perfectly. As a soccer player for Viera High, Miles' teammates nicknamed him the Wall. Even though he wasn't a big kid, he could stop his opponent in his tracks, and the name just stuck. Since the memorial was built in 2011, the Freebergs developed a tradition of taking a family photo along the wall after each race. This is the grand finale photo.
I think, it's a memory for everybody. I would have liked to see it continue, but, everything comes to an end at one time.
Viera High teacher Jeff Dravis knew Myles is a great student with a bright future.
It's the last one. It's kind of bittersweet. It's tough to see it end because it's been something I've done with my boys every year. But good things come to an end. It's been a great turnout, and to have it go out in this way is really special. I know for the Freeberg family and for the school.
It's been a great run for the Myles for Myles 5K event. Although it's now over, the foundation continues to accept donations for future scholarships. For more information, visit www.mylesfreebergfoundation.org or call 321-242-8945. For the Viera Voice, this is Katie Sivko.